Who's excited to talk about some Ghostbusters? This reviewer is. Hey everyone, Bobo Mac here, and I still got some more Toy Fair coverage. If you head over to undercovercapes.com, that's where a lot of the coverage is. We had very few interviews, a lot of walkthroughs, but as you can see here, I'm going through the unboxing of the Ray Stanz Real Ghostbusters figure from Diamond Select Toys. A huge shout out to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible today. As you can see, those are the other figures in the line, but enough of the chitter chatter and the pitter patter. Let's unbox Ray and see what's crack-a-lackin' with him. Alright, Ray is unboxed and ready to be talked about. Overall, I'm very satisfied with Ray. Now, there are some complaints from people who are like, his arms are too long, his head's too small, and judging by the video you're seeing on your screen, it does look that way, but I'm here to tell you, once you start getting him in poses and whatnot, it actually doesn't look too bad. So, I don't know what's up with that. Maybe the head could be a little bigger. I honestly have no idea. I'm not a toy designer. I can only go off what I look at. So, but I do like the design from Gentle Giant. The head sculpt came out really good. I love that caricature look between the cartoon show and reality that they were going for with this line. I even love the detail of the sculpted hair on top. It just really stands out. Now, as far as the costume goes, I do dig it. Of course, Ray's costume isn't that much different from the regular Ghostbuster jumpsuit, but there are little small variations to it with the color choices, especially at the collar and at the cuffs. But it came out good. The belt looks good on Ray. His boots look like boots. I mean, there's really not too much more to say in terms of the aesthetic look of Ray. Of course, right there we have the Ghostbuster logo, which came out quite nice. Do I wish Ray had a little bit more of a belly? Yes, but it's definitely not a deal breaker. So let's go ahead and break down that fancy smancy articulation, and we'll go from there. Alright, so in terms of the head, Ray can't really look up ever so slightly, but he can look down really good, which is always nice. And then, of course, you can get him to go side to side to get those expressions, and his head will rotate 360 Exorcist style, so not too shabby. Alright, so in terms of Ray's upper body, we got a diaphragm joint set in, and it can go back pretty far. Now keep in mind, I also do have the Proton Pack off, but you can bring it forwards ever so slightly. I think I showed again a little bit here, but going back's really good. Now in terms of rotation, it can rotate all the way around, and then of course you can get it to go side to side with really no issue at all. And once again, I did bring it forward. It seemed to look a little better when I did it that way. And of course his waist does a full rotation as well, so very happy with that. Alright, so in terms of articulation of the arms, they do go out that far, which is nice, and then you can bring it around for a full rotation, so good range of movement there. We do have the swivel and hinge at the elbow, and that goes in and out, no questions and no real issues. And then of course we have rotation and a hinge at the hand, so a lot of variety there, very satisfying to say the least. Alright, let's talk lower body. Now in terms of Ray's legs, he can pretty much do the splits. We've seen this with other figures, so really no issues with that whatsoever. It can kick forward, and then you can bring it back ever so slightly, so you can get something out of it if you really work at it. Of course, we got the thigh cut right there. Then we have, if I could get it on camera right, a double bend at the knee, which is nice. And then no boot rotation, but we have a hinge there that goes down and up that much. And then we got a really nice ankle rocker that works pretty good for the most part, really no issues for me. And then it's got peg holes on the bottom, if I'm not mistaken. So all in all, love what they did with Ray. We've all seen it before. Let's talk accessories. Alright, let's talk accessories from the Proton Pack all the way down to the diorama piece. There is a lot going on with Ray. Now, the first thing I do want to bring up is the Proton Pack itself. Normally, can't remove it. I heat up Ray's body with some hot water and pop it off. But the Proton Pack we've seen before, it looks great. It has that Real Ghostbusters feel and look to it, and I definitely dig it. So I'm very happy with that overall. I do wish there was a way to take it off, but we're so far in the line now it almost doesn't matter. But it would have been nice to have it come off naturally. But of course, we got extra set of hands for Ray. Now in the cartoon, sometimes they wore their gloves and sometimes they didn't. We got more of a open, relaxed hand, and then of course we have our gripping hand set. That way they could hold the neutrino wand and whatnot. So that's always nice. I believe the next accessory we have is the proton stream, and I do need to point out, so many people reminded me in the first wave of the Real Ghostbusters that the different colors are actually to represent the Kenner line. If I had been paying better attention, I would have realized this, and I'm sorry that I didn't, but I do like that clip right there. It does help hold the stream into the wand very nicely. And then of course we got a Pke Meter. These come packed with all of the 4 guys, so it's nice to have another Pke Meter in case you lose one or whatnot, and the detail on it's actually pretty good. And then our next piece is of course our ghost trap. This one has a different design than the regular ghost trap, and we've seen this packed in with the other Ghostbuster figures too. I do have some bendage on my cord on this one, so that's a little disappointing, but I'm pretty sure it's not throughout every set. And then lastly, we have our huge diorama piece to help finishing building the firehouse. And I will let you guys know after I'm done wrapping up the videos for this set. I will be doing a separate video on just the firehouse because I think it warrants it. But the detail on this piece is really nice, and it's a nice addition as we get even more closer to completing that. So that does it for accessories. Let's do our size roundup and wrap this up. Alright guys, here we are with our size roundup, and of course I decided to bring 3 out of the 4 of the Real Ghostbusters, mostly because I haven't opened Venkman yet. But how cool is this? I mean, the team is almost complete. I'm very satisfied. I like Ray's height in comparison to both Egon and Winston. This is just a real treat. I mean, Diamond Select was very smart to do this line, and I really hope it continues. Hopefully we get some more news at San Diego about the future of this line. But for what it is right here, right now, very satisfied with Ray. Loving the fact that the team's almost complete and that we just got so much cool stuff going on here. But guys, with that being said, I think that's going to wrap up today's show. If you pick it up, check your local comic book shop or try shop.dst.com. Once again, special thank you to Diamond Select for making this possible. If you guys get some free time, head over to undercovercapes.com and check out Extreme Dash Sets. Slideshow at the end. Thank you all so very much. Take care, and until next time, great googly moogly.